This video today is going to help you learn how to download a font into your system. Select a typeface and download it into your system, get it so that you can use it. The first thing you need to do is go to a typeface site. There are lots of typeface sites out there. If you Google search free typefaces, you'd have a bunch of hits, but the one I like to use best is called Dafont, and it's dafont.com. And here you get they're classified by their appearance, and so the most recently added ones are here. The thing to keep in mind is not every typeface is appropriate for every application, so you've got to kind of use a discerning eye. You can sort them by name if you know what the name is, or you can sort them by their appearance. So let's say I want something that's very basic. I'm looking for something that's not going to compete much with my the typeface or the illustration that I already have. So I'm going to go under the basic stuff. Or if I wanted to make it look like it's medieval or modern, any of these, or handwritten, I can click and it's going to give me a bunch of different typefaces that fit that description. And so I would scroll through and find one, and maybe I'm looking for a sans serif or one without the tails that's just kind of funky. I kind of like this one. So I can look and see what the full alphabet looks like, and each one has its own unique permissions. Sometimes they say you're only allowed it for personal use. Sometimes they say you're allowed to use it for commercial use. Commercial means you're going to be making money from it, so it's important that you read what it's allowed for, and then it gives you the full ABC of what it would look like. Sometimes you might be looking for a typeface, and it's hard to visualize what it's going to look like with your words, so maybe I want to type my name or type the name of the company that you're working with. And so it gives you exactly what it's going to look like when you're done, the preferred spacing, or if I want it in all caps, I can do it in all caps, and it's going to give me exactly what it's going to look like, and that kind of helps you visualize. I can do that back here as well. On the main page, I can go up to the top, and I can type in preview text here, and then all of those typefaces are going to show me what those letter forms look like, and I don't have to waste my time looking through the alphabets or scrolling through. So, you know, little quirky things. We talked about finding something that might be a little more memorable, so that dissimilarity, or maybe you can conceive of ways that you can change the spacing. Maybe I can get these closer together, farther apart when I download it. But that's kind of the process by which you would select it. Once you've found one that you want, the process from here is pretty easy. You click on, let's say I want that one I was working with before. I want this one. So I'm going to click download. This will pop up, or should pop up. I'm going to say open. You'll get the little download arrow here if you're in Firefox, or I think it's down to the left in Google. Either way, it's going to be in your downloads. And so if your downloads doesn't immediately open your downloads, that's down on your dock, and there should be a folder with the name of the typeface. If there's not a folder with the name of the typeface, you might have to click on what's called the zip file, and it will open a folder. But you're looking for a folder with the name of the typeface. I double click on it, and inside there should be a file that is either .otf or .ttf. Those are the files that we're looking for. That's the typeface itself. So what I want to do is double click on the OTF or the TTF, and this should pop open with Font Book, and I'll say there'll be a button that says Install Font. I'm going to click Install Font, and Font Book should open on your screen. Sometimes you might get an error message, and you might have to take a couple of extra steps. Just keep clicking through until it actually loads. And so once you see it in your Font Book and it appears in this window right here, it should be ready to go. My typeface is called Pistrata or Pistera. And so now when I open Illustrator, or any other program for that matter, it loads into my system, So it would be in Word right now, it would be in Photoshop right now, anything that requires text. And I click on my type tool and I click here. There it is, and now I can use it. And it's a usable piece of type. So that's a skill that you're going to find handy in this assignment and several others. So good luck with that.